Hello guys! Can you donate me some Robux, Mappy? You don't have to. It's just I'm broke. So you can see, I raised 212 Robux. But I want... Ouch! What the heck? Okay, let me explain. So the Roblox is in debt, and that means I only raised 130 Robux. Bro, don't. Are we okay now? Okay, good, anyways. As you can see, I spend my Robux on clothes. Wait, where's my script USAGI? The script? Usagi.
What?
Thanks so. This is how you donate me while I'm offline. Type my username. Cherry_blossom ice 13.
Broke, sorry, but I have some Robux pending. I can maybe donate you when
Please
that
give me one.
happens. I don't have one Robux. I don't even have one Robux.
Oh.
And write a message, like I am your fan.
Hey Ava.
After that, tap the pink gift button.
How are you?
And you're finished.
Ah,
So you can donate me 5 to 500.
Sorry.
B Y E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E E